I just want to take a few minutes to talk quickly about some of the strategic planning that you're doing. When I was listening tonight, I was hearing all about how it's about putting students first. It's about alleviating barriers to learning and creating a culture of inclusive excellence for students, staff, and community. What I've seen this last year in the classroom for my daughter, who attends Liberty, has not reflected these values. I see my daughter coming home. She comes home, she says, I don't feel comfortable stating my values in the classroom. I shut my mouth. I know that if I speak up, that I'll be ostracized and I'll be bullied. She is a conservative Christian. She loves people, is the brightest, most effervescent personality that you have ever met. Inclusive, loves to make friends. I used to actually call her my world friend maker. We had people of every color at every one of her birthday parties from the time that she was 6. There is nobody that she wants to exclude. There is nobody that she would ever exclude. And yet, she doesn't feel comfortable speaking up in the Liberty school system because she knows that it is totally aimed at an ideology which is based on a liberal philosophy which promotes the fact that you either support the Democrat ideals, which are highly pushed in the classroom. They're allowed to promote Democrat candidates, but they're not allowed to speak about Republican candidates. They are allowed to talk about how we should promote critical race theory and how we should apologize for our color, but we're not allowed to talk about how we're all created in God's image. And the year has been difficult and depressing. I'm hoping that as we move forward with this and we are starting to reveal some of what is going on in the classrooms, and we are starting to acknowledge that even though we might not call it critical race theory, that these ideals are being promoted in the classroom and by teachers, that we can turn this around and we have a different experience next year. This is not what I want for my daughter. It's not what I want for my community. It's certainly not what I want for all of the people in this school system. When we divide each other by class, by race, by sexual orientation, we absolutely will end up divided. That is not the way to create unity. It is not the way to create a bridge between people. It is absolutely meant to divide us and to keep us separated and to prevent us from healing. And I encourage you and I implore you to take a look at what is going on in our classrooms and to provide better oversight and to encourage our teachers to allow students of all thought processes to be allowed to share their ideals. Because when we erase freedom of speech, we're going to lose our country.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. When we erase discourse and don't allow people to actually voice what they say, we don't have protection of freedom of speech for love speech. We have protection of freedom of speech so that everything can be out there and that we can have discussion and the best ideas win. Please allow our kids to learn how to have discourse and how to learn how to deal with each other and how to come together in unity.